All right, girls, what we're going to do now is we're going to just look at portraiture just to remind ourselves about what we can do. So when we start off doing a face, just move my piece of paper down there. We start off with a circle, so just as a reminder. I'm pressing nice and lightly, then continue on with a half circle, okay? I'm then going to divide that in half, divide in half again, okay? And everyone's got fabulous, gorgeous features. Some people have flat chins, some people have rounded chins, some people have gorgeous, luscious, fabulous round cheeks, other people it tapers in a little bit. So depending on our face, we then, when we're drawing, we really should be trying to observe with our eyes and our marks on the paper, observe the details. Okay, so our eyes are really the ones that, it's really what we are observing with our eyes, our hands just record, okay? 9 times out of 10, your pencil should be on the piece of paper nice and lightly, but your eyes should be on your subject, or if you are drawing from a photograph, try and make sure that you have that photograph with you. Don't try and make stuff up. This is for if you're doing observational drawings. Okay, so what I've done here is I have put a halfway mark in between here and here. Okay, I have just indicated where my ears will begin and end. Okay, and now I'm going to start to do my eyes there. Okay, so just very, very lightly, and then I've got my eyebrows here. I might want to consider changing the shape of my head slightly. Okay, so just a nice little indication of where everything lies. Okay, and I continue to put some detail in there. Okay, my nose is at the halfway point, just roughly. Okay, I'll just indicate with a tip. Okay, so the edge of where my ears are is where my nose will be, and I'm just going to indicate my nose very, very subtly. Now I'm looking at my drawing here and I think, oh, you know what? I think I need to make this come in a little bit more because I think my face is looking a little bit too thick. That might work a little bit better, and I want my character or my face to have a little bit of a ponytail. Okay, so we're going to indicate there just with some line work and some tone there. Okay, I'm going to get my portrait, and I'm going to just indicate with my nose there with some tone. Okay, I'm then going to do so this section here is for my mouth. Okay, and I'm going to have my mouth at the halfway point between the nose and the chin, let's say, and I will indicate with my pencil where the edge roughly of where my mouth will be. Okay, and we're going to just indicate just a little bit, and I want my person to be in a neutral sort of position there. Now, of course, girls, if we are going to be doing a portrait of someone who, has maybe front on, that might be something to consider there, making sure we've got the neck there for us, okay, where our hair might sit. But sometimes our portraits, our faces won't be looking straight on or front on, okay? So what you might want to do is you might want to do a 3/4, okay? Same thing again, okay? Circle, semicircle, or a little section there, and I just indicate with my nose where my nose will line up, let's say, for example, and then where my face might start, okay? Putting in those lines, putting in where those details might lie, okay? And of course the direction of my eyes will be different, okay, when I'm looking at that. And then when I'm starting to put in my ear, I'll see one ear, but I won't see the two ears. Okay. All right. And of course my chin there. Okay, so I'm able to put that in there and I'm able to start to see where my mouth might be. Just as a rough little, I suppose, just as a rough little goal when we're doing our drawing, etc. Okay, so we've got our figure there. Okay, some details to consider. I'm just going to move my little piece of paper up the top here. Okay, when we're doing eyes, okay, start off with like a little seed shape or a fish shape. And I see a lot of kids or a lot of people when they're drawing, they'll do this. They'll do that little seed shape and they'll draw the whole eye and then they'll draw the pupil. And I call that the crazy eye look. You'll notice I've just drawn this nice and lightly. I haven't drawn the whole pupil, just part of it, or the whole eye there. Then the pupil kind of gets cut off with the top of the eye. I start to indicate a little bit of tone around the edge there. Okay, I don't have my rubber on me, but you can then start to generate some detail with your eyeball there and creating some tone and a little bit of texture there. And then you've got the eyelid that is, you know, on top of that there. Okay, and just around the edges there of your eyeball. Okay, and hopefully that helps to generate your eyes. So hopefully you see the difference. Okay, let's do a nose. What I do with the nose, girls, is we just start nice and lightly, just roughly. Now noses, they're all different sizes and shapes and different looks to them, and they're all fabulous and gorgeous. Okay, what I do is, rather than, I see a lot of kids do this, they just trace around and make like a shape like that. Try and avoid making outlines. Try and very lightly with your pencil, try and just generate some very basic lines. Try and get the shape first. Noses kind of look really weird actually. Noses are kind of weird looking, okay? Especially this under section here. I start off with nice, you know, simple lines first, and then I start to try and get it looking like there's, you know, tone there. I try and think about the form of the nose, okay? Just something that I can start to work with. All right, okay? Let's do a mouth so that we can have a go. I'll put my piece of paper up and then I think we're at the end there. Okay, let's do a mouth. So think about it like a seagull, okay? A very simple line drawing of a seagull, nice and lightly. And then what I'm going to do is just, because I want to look like I am, you know, in a neutral sort of position with my mouth, I'm just going to do kind of like another seagull underneath. And I'm going to join that up. And then I'm going to do just the lip there. Okay, and of course everyone's got all sorts of different lips. We want to try and get away from, you know, having outrageous lips. Again, try and avoid doing this. Okay, I see that a lot. Okay, try and avoid doing that. Nice and sketchy, nice and light. And you'll notice on any kind of painting from real life or observationally, what they do is they make that top lip a bit darker because the light source is darker. And then I start to put a bit of emphasis onto the edges of that lip there. So it's all about that subtlety there, okay? And you'll notice that I'm kind of curving my lines a little bit just to try and get the tone of my lips, and and we have been working on cross-hatching, okay? So a little bit of cross-hatching might help you to get your lips there, okay? All right, so have a little go at that yourself, okay, with your portraits. It would be great. What a great opportunity now to be able to have either mum or dad or whoever it is that you're drawing for your portrait and have them sit there, okay? See if mum and dad are willing to do that. All right, girls, let me see how you go with your portraits. Thanks.